Hello, welcome to day 11 of the plant party here happening in January, going from January 1st, January 31st, talking about the plants that I hold so dear to my heart and that I use so often within my practice and within my own life. And who am I and why am I doing this? I am doing this because I love the plants and I love sharing this wisdom. My name is hilaryHraefnPorter and I am an integrative healer and ascension guide and mentor. So I work with people that are stepping over that threshold and into the awakening of their inner truth, which is their divinity, connecting into those constellations, soul constellation points that are you, each and every star that makes up you, that makes you shine so bright, fully expressed, fully encapsulated, embodied, and fulfilled within this life. So, this week has all been about love. But not just love, but also like aphrodisiac love. Because love has many aspects. It's got the love up in your brain with the spirit realm, we've got the love within the heart, and then we've got the sexual contact as well. And it's what it is. So if you do not want to talk about any of that stuff today, or you feel that's not in your wheelhouse for the day, please close your eyes, close your ears, or come back later and watch it in little snippets as feels safe and comfortable for you. Yesterday we talked about the sacred blue lotus, the Egyptian sacred blue lotus, which is an aphrodisiac. And that one I find is very watery and more up here and in the head and lotus, right? Connected into the higher consciousness. So it's a different kind of connection. So today we are talking about Damiana, Turnera diffusa. Some of you might know this plant. This plant is this yellow plant. It's very well known as an aphrodisiac. And often when you talk to people, it's automatically like, hey, oh, Damiana, right? But it's not all it's about. So we'll talk a little bit about the other things as well, because we have talked about plants being pegged as one thing, but they're not. They're multiple things. So Damiana is very much, so if we're talking about blue lotus, sacred Egyptian blue lotus, it's all up in the head. It's all this, it's very, very like, hello. And it gets you very cerebral, but not in the like, analytical way, more like I want to connect verbally way. I want to dive in way. And also like that skin touch that can happen, right? You get this like softness. Damiana, it sends the energy down and it's more like a kind of aphrodisiac. And it sends the energy down, down, down and into the pelvic bowl. So this is good if there's a formula that is all sitting up in the head, and there's all these herbs that are sitting up in the head, up in the head, up in the head. You take this plant and it brings the energy down, but there needs to be caution exercised with this, because if that energy is brought down into the pelvic bowl and somebody has sexual trauma or there is anxiety around sex, there needs to be caution because it can bring this all up. So if it's unknown sexual trauma, it can actually release that and bring that to the surface. If there is known sexual trauma, it can bring that focus there, but it can help clear it, but it needs to be done in the safe space, held container with knowledgeable people or person to help with the transition through this. It's not something to be taken lightly. Damiana can also be smoked. It is often in herbal formulas for smoking cessation. I've used it quite often as a portion of smoking cessation to help, because it is an antidepressant and anxiolytic, so it helps with that depression and that anxiety. It's also a bit of a sedative for people. It definitely is relaxing, which brings us up to the fact that sometimes we cannot feel arousal because we are in this go, sympathetic state, fight, flight, or freeze, constant. I'm sorry, I know myself. If I'm like go, constantly going and like on and having to think of 70 million things and I can't come down into the parasympathetic state, I'm less likely to be aroused. It's very, very common. This is also a tip. Just so you know, often for your partners, bring it down into that parasympathetic state. Allow that connection, which then can increase arousal. So Damiana can bring you down from that sympathetic state, allow you to relax, allow you to be like, oh, I can breathe. It's very great, especially when anxiety is around the sexual sphere. So Damiana, a beautiful plant, but not just, like I said, as an aphrodisiac, sedative, antidepressant, anxiolytic. good for the digestion, good for the urinary tract if there's inflammation happening. But as always, it's good to know the contraindications, the cautions that come with the plants, and that is also why it is good to be in touch with somebody who has experience, who's trained, who has knowledge of these things. Because plants, even though they're natural, they are natural, but there are some that will kill you. So they're natural, but they're still going to kill you. But that's the same thing. It can have contraindications or not mix well with other medications you are on, possibly mental, emotional things that are happening to you in your life right now in this moment, which we already talked about, or also other illnesses or conditions or challenges, health challenges that you have right now, spiritual challenges, challenges in general, energetic challenges. Right? So she is not one. If she's used in excess, she can cause headaches and she causes insomnia. She's also not good to be using if you are pregnant or lactating. Okay, so if you're breastfeeding. So that is Damiana or Turnera diffusa today. Beautiful plant. So once again, looking at a plant saying, oh, aphrodisiac, 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 but then what are we exactly using her for? So Egyptian sacred blue lotus, aphrodisiac, but more collective consciousness. Lotus, it's like this divine spiritual sexual connection up. Damiana is more down-rooted aphrodisiac. That helps calm the anxiety and the depression that may be preventing the connection. Okay, that is all for today. I will see you again tomorrow. If you do want to catch up on some of the other videos that you may have missed, you can head on over to YouTube, hilaryHraefnPorter, H-R-A-E-F-N, and I'm starting to post the videos over there and eventually some other content. But if you'd like to keep up on the videos, if you'd like to see what else I'm going to be putting out there for you, the wisdoms I will be sharing, feel free to subscribe, join. I'd love to see you there. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And I will talk to you tomorrow. So much love and stardust. Bye for now.